누군가 영어로 자기소개를 해보라고 하면 어디서부터 말해야 할지 막막해질 때가 있죠. 오늘은 이름과 출신부터 일, 취미, 성격, 요즘의 관심사까지 자연스럽게 이어 말하는 방법을 배웁니다. 길고 완벽한 소개 대신 대화를 시작하게 해주는 편안한 자기소개를 함께 만들어 볼까요?
Hey Chloe, tell me about yourself.
Wow, we just started and you're already giving me an interview question.
Sorry, would you like some water first?
Yes, please. Talking about myself is emotionally demanding.
That's exactly today's topic.
Talking about yourself sounds easy, but it can feel surprisingly difficult.
Especially when someone suddenly says, tell me about yourself.
Your brain immediately starts asking too many questions. Should I talk about my job? Should I talk about my family? Do they want my whole life story?
And while you're thinking, the other person is just standing there.
Smiling politely.
For a very long time.
It only feels long because you're nervous.
3 seconds can feel like an entire winter.
But here's the good news. You don't need to tell people everything about yourself.
Please don't start with the day you were born.
You only need to share a few simple pieces of information.
Think of it like opening a door.
You give the other person a few easy topics to ask about.
Where you're from, what you do, what you enjoy, or what you're interested in.
And you don't need perfect English.
Clear and simple is much better than long and complicated.
So today we're going to build a natural introduction step by step.
No pressure, no long speech, and no dramatic background music.
We can add the music later.
Let's begin with one useful opening line. Let me tell you a little about myself.
That sentence is friendly and relaxed.
It also tells the listener that you're not planning a 40-minute speech.
The important word is a little. Let me tell you about myself is also correct. But adding a little makes it sound lighter and more conversational.
Let me try. Let me tell you a little about myself. My name is Leo, and I love coffee.
That's not an introduction. That's a warning.
Fine. I love coffee, but I'm trying to drink less of it.
Now we have a story.
You can also begin more casually. The simple version is,
That's useful when the question feels very broad.
for example, the simple version is, I'm a designer who loves hiking and good food.
That one sentence already gives us 3 possible topics. Your job, hiking, and food.
The listener can choose one and ask a follow-up question.
That is the real goal. A good introduction doesn't answer every possible question.
It gives the other person a reason to continue the conversation.
Here's another very honest opening. I never know where to start.
I actually say that sometimes.
Me too. It sounds natural because many people feel that way.
I never know where to start, but I guess I can begin with my work.
That gives you a few seconds to think while still speaking English.
It's a sentence and a survival tool.
After your opening, you can talk about where you're from.
The basic sentence is simple. I'm from Seoul.
That's perfectly fine. But you can make it more interesting by adding one small detail. I'm from Seoul, but I grew up in a smaller city.
Or, I'm originally from Busan, but I currently live in Seoul.
Originally tells us where your story began.
And currently means now.
So the pattern is very useful. I'm originally from A, but I currently live in B.
I'm originally from a quiet town, but I currently live in a very noisy apartment.
Is the apartment noisy? Or are you noisy?
My neighbor believes it's me.
You can also explain why you moved. I moved here for work.
I moved here for school.
I came here because I wanted a change.
That last sentence feels more personal.
Yes, it shares not only a fact but also a reason.
Facts tell people what happened.
Reasons help people understand you.
Here's a full example. I'm originally from Daegu, but I currently live in Seoul. I moved here for work about 3 years ago.
Clear, natural, and easy to remember.
And most importantly, not too long.
Next, let's talk about work or school.
Many learners say, my job is engineer.
We understand the meaning, but a more natural sentence is, I'm an engineer.
Or you can say, I work as an engineer.
I'm an engineer tells us your profession.
I work as an engineer focuses a little more on your current role.
You can also talk about your field. I work in marketing.
I work in education.
I work in robotics.
That sounds interesting.
See, the conversation has already started.
When you don't want to explain your exact job title, talking about your field is easier.
You can then add a simple explanation. I work in robotics, mainly on warehouse automation.
I work in marketing, and I help companies communicate with customers.
Notice that the explanation is simple.
You don't need to give your full job description.
Your introduction is not a company website.
What about students?
You can say, I'm studying mechanical engineering.
Or, I'm a graduate student.
Then add what you're interested in. I'm a graduate student, and my research focuses on mobile robots.
Another useful expression is, I'm currently working on.
It means you are spending time and effort on something these days.
It could be a work project,
A research project,
a personal goal.
or even a new habit.
I'm currently working on a new design project.
I'm currently working on improving my English.
I'm currently working on waking up earlier.
How is that going?
I'm currently working on accepting failure.
Very mature.
If you don't have a traditional job, that's okay too.
You can say, I'm taking some time off.
I'm between jobs at the moment.
Or, I'm exploring a few different career options.
The goal is to describe your situation comfortably, not apologize for it.
Now let's move to the fun part.
Food.
Your interests and hobbies.
So yes, food.
A common sentence is, my hobbies are reading, traveling, and watching movies.
It's correct, but it can sound like a list on a form.
To sound more conversational, choose one interest and say a little more. I really enjoy reading, especially science fiction.
I like traveling, but I prefer quiet places to big cities.
I'm really into cooking these days.
I'm into is a casual way to say that you're very interested in something.
I'm really into photography.
I'm really into running.
I'm really into buying exercise equipment and not using it.
That's a very popular hobby.
Another useful expression is, what I enjoy most is.
What I enjoy most is meeting new people.
What I enjoy most is learning how things work.
What I enjoy most is having a quiet morning with a good cup of coffee.
That sounds peaceful.
It is peaceful until I check my email.
Details make your interests feel real. Instead of only saying, I like music, tell us what kind.
I listen to a lot of jazz when I work.
Instead of only saying, I like movies, add a reason. I like movies because they help me relax after a busy week.
You can use a simple 3-part pattern. Say what you like, add one detail, and explain why.
I enjoy hiking. I usually go early on Sunday mornings. It helps me clear my mind.
That's a complete little story.
And the listener can easily respond.
Where do you usually go hiking?
How often do you go?
Do you prefer hiking alone or with friends?
One small detail can create several new questions.
How should we talk about personality?
You can begin with, I'd say I'm.
Why not just say, I am?
You can, but I'd say I'm sounds softer. It means, if I had to describe myself, I would say,
I'd say I'm a fairly calm person.
I'd say I'm curious and open-minded.
I'd say I'm friendly, although I could be a little quiet first.
That last sentence sounds very natural.
Because real people usually have more than one side.
You don't have to describe yourself with one perfect adjective.
You can show contrast. I'm quiet in large groups, but I'm very talkative with close friends.
I like making plans, but I'm also happy to change them.
I like making plans, but my plans don't always like me.
You can also give a short example. I'm pretty organized. I usually plan my week every Sunday.
I am naturally curious. I'm always watching videos about new technology.
An example is often more memorable than an adjective.
Don't just say, I'm adventurous,
Tell us about the time you traveled alone or tried something new.
but keep it short.
Yes, we are opening the conversation, not producing a documentary. A good introduction doesn't only include permanent facts.
You can also talk about what's happening in your life these days.
One of the best expressions is, lately I've been.
Lately means recently or these days.
Lately, I've been trying to exercise more.
Lately, I've been learning how to cook.
Lately, I've been spending more time outdoors.
It's a great phrase because your answer can change over time.
It also makes your introduction feel current.
Lately, I've been trying to sleep earlier.
What time did you go to bed last night?
Let's focus on the intention.
Another useful sentence is, one thing I'm trying to improve is.
One thing I'm trying to improve is my English pronunciation.
One thing I'm trying to improve is my time management.
One thing I'm trying to improve is my cooking.
That phrase shows honesty and growth.
You're not saying, I'm terrible at everything.
You're saying, this is something I care about and want to develop.
You can also talk about a goal. My goal this year is to become more confident speaking English.
I'm hoping to travel more next year.
I'd like to start my own projects someday.
Goals give the conversation a sense of direction.
And people often enjoy hearing what others are excited about.
Let's put everything together.
Are you ready for my official introduction?
As long as it doesn't begin with your birth.
Fine. Here we go. Let me tell you a little about myself. I'm originally from a small town, but I currently live in Seoul. I moved here several years ago because I wanted more career opportunities. I work in media, and I spend most of my time creating educational content. What I enjoy most is turning difficult ideas into simple conversations. Outside of work, I enjoy walking, listening to music, and looking for good coffee shops.
Mostly coffee shops.
That information was supposed to come later. I'd say I'm curious and fairly easygoing. I can be quiet when I first meet someone, but I become more talkative once I feel comfortable. Lately, I've been trying to exercise more and spend less time looking at screens.
You're looking at a screen right now.
Again, please focus on the intention. One thing I'm trying to improve is my ability to slow down and enjoy my free time. That's a little about me. How about you?
Nice.
Really?
Yes, it sounded personal, but it wasn't too private. You gave us facts, details, and a few small stories.
And I finished with how about you?
That final question is very important. A conversation should move in both directions.
You talk about yourself, and then you invite the other person to share.
Now I'll give a shorter version. The simple version is, I'm a content creator who loves books, quiet cafes, and interesting conversations. I'm originally from the coast, but I've lived in the city for most of my adult life. I'd say I'm friendly and independent, although I sometimes need time to warm up to new people. Lately, I've been reading more and trying to spend less time on my phone. That's the short version. What would you like to know?
That ending is excellent.
What would you like to know? Lets the listener choose the next topic.
It's useful when you're not sure how much information to give.
Hi, is this your first time here?
Yes, it is. I was a little nervous about coming alone.
I understand. I felt the same way the first time. I'm Chloe, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leo.
Nice to meet you too. So, tell me a little about yourself.
I never know where to start.
Start with the easy version.
All right. I'm originally from Incheon, but I currently live in Seoul. I work in software, mainly on mobile applications.
That sounds interesting. Do you enjoy it?
Most of the time, yes. I enjoy solving problems, but I don't enjoy creating new problems by accident.
I think every job has a version of that. What do you do outside of work?
I'm really into cycling these days.
Nice. Do you ride every weekend?
I try to, but the weather and my bed sometimes disagree.
Bets can be very persuasive.
What about you? What brings you here?
I'm trying to become more comfortable speaking with new people. I use English at work, but most of my conversations are about projects.
So you want to practice more casual English.
Exactly. Lately, I've also been interested in photography.
What kind of photos do you take?
Mostly street scenes and small everyday moments.
That sounds cool.
Thanks. Maybe I'll bring my camera next time.
And maybe I'll bring my bicycle.
To an indoor language meetup?
Good point. I'm still learning how conversations work.
That conversation was simple, but it covered a lot.
They talked about where they live, their jobs, their interests, and their reason for joining the meetup.
More importantly, they asked each other follow-up questions.
A good conversation isn't one perfect speech.
It's a series of short answers and interested questions.
Let's look at some easy follow-up questions.
After someone talks about work, you can ask, "How did you get into that?"
How did you get into that?
This asks how the person became interested or involved in something.
If someone mentions a hobby, ask, how long have you been doing that?
If they mention a place, ask, "What do you like most about living there?"
If they mention a goal, ask, what made you decide to do that?
These questions show real interest.
You don't need a clever response every time.
Simple reactions are enough. That sounds interesting.
I've always wanted to try that.
I can relate to that.
That must have been challenging.
Tell me more about that.
These reactions give the other person space to continue.
And when it's your turn, connect their story to yours.
I'm into hiking too, but I'm still a beginner.
I also moved for work, so I understand how that feels.
I haven't tried that, but sounds fun.
A small connection makes the conversation feel balanced.
What if your mind goes completely blank?
First, don't panic.
That instruction has never stopped anyone from panicking.
Fair point. Use a sentence that gives you time to think. That's a good question.
Let me think for a second.
I've never really thought about that before.
It's hard to choose just one answer.
Those sentences are not signs of weak English.
Native speakers use them too.
You can also restart your answer. Let me say that in a simpler way.
What I mean is,
The main thing is,
you're allowed to correct yourself.
a conversation is not a final exam.
There is no red pen floating above your head.
The goal is connection, not perfection. Now it's your turn.
Don't write a long speech.
Choose 5 simple pieces.
First, where you're from or where you live.
Second, what you do or what you're studying.
Third, one interest you genuinely enjoy.
Fourth, one small detail about your personality.
And fifth, something you're doing or working on these days.
Here is the basic framework. Let me tell you a little about myself.
I'm originally from blank, but I currently live in blank.
I work in blank, or I'm studying blank.
Outside of work, I really enjoy blank.
I'd say I'm blank, although I can sometimes be blank.
Lately, I've been blank.
That's a little about me. How about you?
You don't have to use every sentence.
Pick the ones that sound like you.
And change the details depending on the situation.
At work, you might focus more on your experience and skills.
At a social event, you might focus more on hobbies and interests.
When meeting an international friend, you might talk about your city, culture, or daily life.
You're not memorizing one fixed answer.
You're building a small collection of useful sentences.
Let's finish with today's must-remember expressions.
First, let me tell you a little about myself.
Use it to begin in a friendly, relaxed way.
Second, I'm originally from, but I currently live in.
This is perfect when your hometown and current city are different.
Third, I'm currently working on.
Use it for a project, skill, goal, or habit.
Fourth, what I enjoy most is.
This helps you talk about an interest in a personal way.
Fifth, I'd say I'm.
Use it when describing your personality softly and naturally.
Sixth, lately I've been.
This lets you share what is happening in your life right now.
And finally, that's a little about me. How about you?
That line turns your introduction into a real conversation.
Before we go, here's today's question for you. What is one thing you've been interested in lately?
Try answering with one sentence. Lately, I've been interested in.
Then add one small reason. For example, lately, I've been interested in cooking because I want to eat healthier.
Or, lately, I've been interested in photography because it helps me notice small details.
Keep it simple and make it true to you.
Your story doesn't need to sound impressive.
It only needs to sound like you.
Thanks for spending time with us today.
Keep practicing, keep sharing, and don't be afraid to start small.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.